Hi, it's Mark from Top Local. We're here with Bernie Pawlik, Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver for the Pawlik Automotive podcast. How you doing, Bernie?
Doing very well.
So we're talking about a Mercedes, kind of the classic SL500, but this is a 2005 version. What was going on with this car?
Well, the auto dimming side view mirror was not functioning properly and needed to be replaced.
Uh, Auto dimming mirrors. How did you know that that wasn't working properly?
Well, you could, when you look in the, I'm going to show pictures in a few minutes, but basically when you look in the side view mirror, it's not a clear mirror like mirrors are supposed to be. This mirror would, first of all, when it works normally, it's clear in the daytime, but at night when it gets dark, it actually dims down like an interior mirror. So you don't get glare shining in your side view mirror. It only, on this particular car, it has an auto dimming mirror in the side view and the rear view mirror, but not on the passenger side. Because I guess, the images are kind of small on the passenger side. So with that convex mirror, they don't really affect, bright lights don't have that same level of effect. But what you could see in this mirror is a couple of things. The mirror had a weird color, like it sort of went golden color. And there was this bluish hue inside the mirror. And it was a double image that was there. So, I mean, kind of a distracting thing to look at. So pretty much a clear indication that the mirror was not operating properly.
So you alluded to it. How does an auto dimming mirror work?
Well, it's it uses it's called an electrochromatic mirror. And what happens, there's two layers of glass. The rear piece is like a regular mirror glass. There's a front piece of glass, which is clear. And then in between it is sandwiched a chemical gel. And when electric current is applied, the gel changes color and it goes kind of it goes dark. So that's how the auto dimming mirror works. There's sensors on the vehicle, depending on what kind of car it is. A lot of them, most cars, the auto dimming mirror will just be the rear view mirror. So it'll have a sensor at the front to detect the ambient light. Is it daytime, nighttime? For instance, that's what that sensor is for, or how dark is it? And then it'll have a sensor that faces backwards that will get, whether there's any light shining in the back of the mirror, and that'll dim the mirror automatically.
Okay, so this SL500 is a pretty fancy car. It's the kind of car we can expect this on. But is this something that's getting more common on a lot of cars?
Yeah, you'll find this on a lot of vehicles. As I mentioned earlier, I mean, a lot of times it'll only be the rear view mirror, but many luxury cars have auto dimming mirrors on the side view mirrors as well as the rear view. But you'll find it on even what I would call lower end, like lower end cars. You'll find auto dimming mirrors because it's kind of a neat feature. You don't have to go up there and flick the mirror back and forth and so on. But anyways, let's have a look at a few pictures here. There's an 05 SL500 with the roof off. As I mentioned, the mirror, one auto dimming mirror here, and then one, of course, the rear view mirror here, which we can't see. And then let's get into the mirror. So here's the problem with this mirror. This is a photograph taken before the mirror was changed. If you look closely at this image, this is the shop behind me and the signage. You see white, and you see this blue double image there. This is what was really wrong with this mirror. You could see the double image there, and so that clearly is an issue and makes it distracting when you're driving. You can even see that it's kind of fuzzy when you look at these grids here. You can see a sort of secondary grid. So something, I don't know exactly how to explain it chemically, what's broken down inside, but there's clearly something wrong with it. What you can't really see so much is there's actually a very golden color to this mirror as well, and it's kind of hard to tell that in this kind of light. There's an image of the old mirror and the new mirror, so you can clearly see, without any electricity applied or anything, this new mirror is just clear, looks like a regular piece of glass. The old one, it's all golden color, so the chemicals have broken down internally. And here's the image with the new mirror in place. So you can see it's clear. There's no double image. It's all, it's all nice, clear, easy to see, and that's auto dim. So again, there's that darker tint that happens when it gets darker. And again, another close up, you can see there's no double image here. So there's our photo share for the podcast.
So is this an expensive repair?
Yep. It is on this particular vehicle. We actually went and we got a new mirror from Mercedes, which is really the only source for the mirror. I should say there are other options, but really, if you want to it's expensive to buy this piece of glass. I'm not going to say how much it is, but it's an awful lot of money. But yeah, it's an expensive repair. Now there are other options. There is a company in the U.S. that can rebuild these. I've never used them, and I probably will in the future. They're pretty inexpensive compared to buying a brand new mirror. So that seems to be, again, I guess, used as the other option. But I would think, by the time you get to a 2005, if you'll even find an auto record that will sell just the mirror glass, they probably won't. They'll just sell a complete mirror. And, if it's already 12, 13 years old, how long is a used one going to last if it actually works? So it's better to either you bite the bullet and get the new one, or you leave it.
So has that been your experience with these? That they have a limited lifespan?
They do, and you'll know when yours are bad because you'll see, if you saw that sort of golden color of this one and the double imaging. That's one thing that happens. The other thing we see a lot of is the mirror it'll either discolor badly, or there'll be this. It looks to me like a sagging sort of. You can see something that's like a liquid that's like sinking inside the mirror. It'll develop an air bubble or something. It's clearly something's wrong inside, so you'll know it's bad when that kind of thing happens.
So is there anything else you can tell us about auto dimming mirrors?
Yeah. Okay. So one last thing to leave with, of course, when it's like that, a lot of people choose not to fix them because they're expensive. But one thing you really have to watch for is that chemical can leak out of the mirror, and it's extremely, it's toxic and apparently acidic. So I would definitely, if you see anything dripping out, you got to deal with it at that point. It's probably better to deal with it sooner than later. But if it drips out, it'll attack your paint. If it drips out in the interior, it'll attack your dash and cause a lot of other problems. So it's a pretty serious issue from that point of view. But as I say, there are options. You don't necessarily have to go for brand new. There are repairs available, which could be less money. So,
and do the interior ones last a little bit better than the exterior ones?
No, they all seem to screw up. They all wear out. I mean, I've seen it on all sorts of vehicles, and I can think of some of the customers. I get in the cars, I go, oh yeah, you can see that mirror's kind of bad. It's very noticeable.
So there you go. If you got a saggy mirror in Vancouver, or Pawlik Automotive, you can reach them at 604-327-7112 to book an appointment, or check out their website, pawlikautomotive.com. or our YouTube channel, Pawlik Auto Repair, or of course our lovely new podcast on iTunes. Thanks, Bernie.
Thanks, Mark.